Hey, what's up? It's Greg from Fisherman's headquarters, and today is Saturday, August 17th. I'm up here in the Mid-Island Surf, town of Ship Bottom. Here to share an updated fish report with you folks. If you jumped on my last report, you should have heard that I shared some information about a storm coming up the coast, more so ocean-going storm, but coming up. And that's kind of how it's played out. We had a week of beautiful weather, real fishable days, day after day. Good solid week of good solid fishing. And kind of that window's come to a close this weekend here. Got some big swell in the water. Kind of swing around a little this way so you can see some of that. Big swell in the water from Ernesto. Hurricane right now, I think this morning it kind of crossed through Bermuda. And it's cranking right now, I'll say late Saturday. I think it was 75-mile-an-hour winds right about now. Long story short, we got some big swell in the water. I got out, did a little fishing last couple days. I guess it was last night. I went for a little sunset cruise. My wife and my little guy Zachary got into some bluefish fishing up in the inlet. Really wasn't planning on fishing, but always got to have a rod on board and some small bait. I'll show a little picture of the small bait that's around, little bay anchovies that are around in the inlet. Mentioning a number of reports, a lot of bait around, some mullet around, some peanut bunk around, also bay anchovies. Casting some small lures, we caught some small blues. I'd say cocktails, say 1 to 2, maybe a couple were right around 3 pounds. Also dropped a striped bass. The inlet's also got a lot of fluke around. There's also some triggers around, some sheep's head. I know Stuart Stafford Tyler's had a sheep's head. I think it was yesterday, day before. Shared a little photo there of Tyler. As far as the fish report goes in the bay, got some fluke fishing action. Blowfish, just a few and far between. Just a few. This summer seems to be on the slower side. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to pan out for the rest of the summer. We'll kind of see how that goes. But kingfish on the beach can be a little more challenging with these, say, bigger swells around. I guess I fished on Thursday aboard my buddy's boat. We were out of Holgate, out of Tuckerton, went out of Holgate Inlet. I fished a number of wrecks, and most of them are pretty covered up with sea bass. Made fluke fishing a little challenging. Definitely sea bass were easy to get. Bounced around. It seemed like the morning was a little more difficult. Dropped a couple nice fish. Got a couple fish. It was much better for us later in the day. We fished one of the local reef sites. Basically, Garden State South, Little Lake Reef is much more productive. It seems in the past couple weeks here. Actually, some reefs off Barnegat Light too. Barnegat Light Reef and also Garden State North been much more productive. Say more recently here than say we had that colder weather, colder water temperatures, whatever that was, a week, 2 weeks back, and there's a number of weeks in a row of that. So yeah, warmer water temperatures right now. I think it's about 70, 72 degrees off the LBI surf. Like I mentioned, some bigger swells. Yesterday when I was out, there was incoming tide. Tide was maxing out about 6 o'clock. We had incoming tide, 6 o'clock today, I believe it is. As you see, there's swells kind of washing up above the, say, the beach berm. When I was out, we saw the Miss Barnegat Lake going out for a little sunset cruise. Kind of got a little video of them, you know, say interacting with a couple bigger ocean swells, some of the forerunners from the swell showing up last night. I know at the outgoing tide, the inlet was pretty treacherous. Be on the lookout here for the next few days for that treacherous outgoing conditions. That's what you're going to have when you get these bigger long period ground swells, which you can have when you have the outgoing tide. Mentioned in numerous reports before, outgoing tide is the worst tide for transiting the inlet. Right now with this bigger swell around, you should be on the lookout and know those tides if you're going out. When in doubt, don't go out. That being said, you got a lot of rip currents, big swells. Just saw a little washover up here behind me coming over the, say, the seawall. We'll definitely have some erosion. Looks like have some big swell here for a number of days. Looks like it's going to last even into early next week. So the whole weekend, you'll look out for some bigger swell. So we've got some opportunities to fish in the Bayside, some snappers. There's tons and tons of spots. Spots been kind of the show on the Bayside for, say, kids and families who want to get out and just catch some fish. Also those striped bass, say, fall anglers that are getting geared up, filling up the live wells, fill up the live pens so you can fish those live baits in the come fall, which are right around the corner. I mentioned we have mullet. Spot's a great bait. There's mullet here. We've had fresh mullet. We have fresh mullet in stock right now. Once again, this is Saturday evening. Peanut bunker have been around. Lots and lots of peanut bunker. Those are really most of the local baits. Obviously, we got a bunch of live minnows and live eels in stock. If you want to catch your own spot, now's a great time to get on that action with smaller hooks. Like I think I mentioned earlier in this video, some kingfish off the beach, but it's going to be more challenging with the swell in the surf. There's also some fluke in the surf. Great time in August to be fishing for fluke off the beaches of LBI. Other opportunities, I would say, would be tog fishing. Tog's open. You got the whole month of August. Should be really good and strong right into September in the fall season. See how that goes. But normally it's a very, very good time to be tog fishing at Barnett Inlet rocks, the jetty. Up there you got a lot of structure. Fish those crabs, whether it's sand fleas, green crabs, shore crabs, fishing with a small jig, fish with a small rig. Anywhere from a 1 to 3.0, 1 to 4.0 hook will get the job done. I guess I could share that the offshore fishing was just getting going when the swell came through. I heard of some chunk bites starting up. It seemed like a pretty good bite out the Hudson. The west swall was pretty good. Noticed some big eyes were caught, some yellowfin, you had some bluefin. Say more inshore, say 20 out of Barnegat Light. I heard some areas in the, we'll just call it the mid-shore grounds. We're kind of starting to get good and consistent. Guys catch them on the troll. Seem to be pretty active. Some albies in the area. Hopefully they come in, stack up, let some of these light tackle inshore enthusiasts get in a little of those speedsters. See how that goes. A lot of times we see them come September. So that's a little update there. Hopefully that brings you some information for the next, say, a couple days. I probably will share a report, say, next week sometime once the swell kicks out, once we get some more fishing in. But like I mentioned, got in some good fun fishing the other day. Sea bassing was happening. Well, sea bass is really, so you know, that closed the end of this month. So we only got 2 more weeks of sea bass. I think it closes the end of August. I should double check that, but I'm pretty sure it's 1 fish until then. Fluke fishing goes till I think it's mid-September-ish. So we got a couple more weeks in there. I mentioned kingfish, some blues around, still some striped bass. Get out there and have some fun. Have a good time. And if you're looking to get geared up, stop by Fisherman's headquarters. Love to help you out and get in the game. Been gearing up anglers since 1962, getting them in, helping anglers catch more fish. So hopefully we brought some value to you, whether it's from this video, last video, previous videos, or stopping in the shop over the last, say, 50, 60 years we've been around. Hopefully we help you out and you have better fishing, say, trips from our help. Once again, it's Greg at Fisherman's headquarters. Have a great day.